Hey, boys and girls, today it is time for us to do the next part of our persuasive essays, which is going to be writing our first reason and then finding 3 facts to support that reason, and then finally writing a concluding sentence. So let's look at our persuasive essay detailed outline. All right, you're going to find this in your student booklet for what is persuasive writing. So, the first step for writing our first full body paragraph, you'll find right here. It says first argument or reason to support your stance or position. Make sure we're using transition words, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. Okay, so you're going to have a topic sentence that explaining your reason. Then you're going to give 3 facts to support your reason with support and a quote from your research articles, and then a clincher or closing sentence. Your clincher, you want to give that, again, that final push for why everyone should be wearing a helmet, if that was your thesis statement. Remember, not all of you are writing that everyone should wear a helmet, so that is going to depend on your argument, your stance on should there be helmet laws or not. Okay, but remember, you do need to stick with the same position throughout your paper. I've seen a few examples where kids are going back and forth. They say, yeah, helmets do save lives and they do keep us safe and reduce head injury, but there shouldn't be a law. Well, if you're going to say that, you've got to be able to give me all these claims and reasons why there shouldn't be a law. Okay. So let's go back to, now we're still in the student test booklet. This is the graphic organizer example, okay? So looking at the graphic organizer example. So remember, our example was about using automatic hand dryers as opposed to using paper towels. So so when we look at the thesis for this, it says, our school would benefit from investing in automatic motion sensing hand dryers in all the restrooms because they're sanitary, they save money, and they don't make a mess. Okay, so the first reason that we gave in our thesis was they're sanitary. So reason number 1 in our graphic organizer, we'll need to say automatic hand dryer is very sanitary. So an automatic hand dryer is very sanitary. Now we have to give 3 reasons to support our reason, all right? So, or 3 facts to support our reason. Instead of touching levers touched by many people, users can just stick their hands under their air dryer. Next, germs cannot spread easily this way. And lastly, since kids are not touching germy levers, they won't get sick as much. Wow, this actually works for us with what we're going through today, doesn't it? Okay, so anyway, I said my reason right from my thesis, so you're not reinventing another reason, guys. You are pulling it right out of your thesis. And then you're going to give me 3 facts to support your reason. All right, so what I've done is I went ahead and pulled up an article from that list of articles I gave you to initially read. And this one was from the article, Making Helmets Cool Again, Wear a Helmet, Save Your Melon. Okay, so we're going to scroll down to where you're going to be writing in your graphic organizer where it says your turn. And this is on page 9, okay? So we're going to review it. Okay, so on page 9 in your student booklet, your copy of the student booklet, you go back and you read you should read your thesis statement again. So Ohio should adopt bike helmet laws to save lives, prevent head injuries, and to give bikers peace of mind knowing they are protected. Okay, so what is my first reason? It's to save lives. Okay, so my first reason is to save lives. I'm gonna highlight that a different color just so we can stick to that topic. Okay, so right here then, in my first body paragraph, my reason is there should be a law that says everyone must wear a bike helmet because helmets save lives. Do you see that? I got that. I didn't make this up. I got it right from my thesis statement. Okay, so I'm going to color code that to match. You guys don't have to color code. I'm only doing that for my instruction. Okay, so that's my first reason. There should be laws that says everyone must wear a bike helmet because helmets save lives. Okay, so now I need 3 facts to support this reason. Now I'm going to go, so I just went ahead and pulled up the article, Making Helmets Cool Again. That was on that initial list of, um, articles. And it was from this list right here. And I'm going to repost that today. So that way you guys can have all of those at your fingertips without having to search through all the Google Classroom stuff. But anyway, you can pull this up and you're going to find this list. Okay. So I just pulled it up over here to make it easier to work since I'm instructing. Okay. So Making Helmets Cool Again. Wear a helmet, save your melon. All right, so now I need to find some support in this article that, something to support that wearing a helmet saves lives. Okay, so if I read through this article, it says, the Bicycle Helmet Safety Institute reports that only 11% of children involved in bike accidents were wearing a helmet. Annually, head injuries cause more than 3/4 of the nearly 750 deaths from bicycle crashes. Most of those victims weren't wearing a helmet. Researchers have shown helmets can prevent 85% of those deaths, as well as other serious injuries, including brain damage. Now, we're not going to talk about the brain damage stuff in this particular paragraph because that's my next reason. So I'm going to save anything about head injuries for the next paragraph. But here it says that 85% researchers have shown helmets can prevent 85% of the deaths. All right, so I'm going to type here, research shows that wearing a helmet can prevent 85% of the deaths caused by bike accidents. Okay, and then I'm going to continue reading, and because I need to have 2 more reasons or facts to support that wearing a bike helmet can save lives. So you can continue on in this article and see if you can find 2 more pieces of information that would support wearing a bike helmet would save lives. Okay, remember, we must stay on the topic of saving lives. Don't get into how many kids or how many brain injuries this could help, because that will be for our next body paragraph. Stick to the topic of saving lives. Okay, now maybe you can only find 2 reasons from this article. Well, then you'll need to go into another article and in order to pull out another fact. Okay, so I would, in parentheses here, because you might be using more than one article, I might put in the name of this article, because when we go to write the final paper, whoops, I'm going to copy and paste the name of this article. Okay, and I'm going to paste it in the parentheses down here because I want to be able to reference that when I do my my works cited page. Okay, and we'll talk about that later. We're not there yet, but I want to put this in parentheses just so I know where did I get that support? Where did I pull out that fact? So if I need to reference it later, I can. Notice even within this article, there are other links. Feel free to use their links to pull in more information. Your information doesn't just have to come from this original list that I gave you. You are free to pull in other research articles. Okay, but was just a list to get you started, okay? But then, if one of these sources take you to another source, you're free to use those sources or anything else that you find that supports your stance on this bike helmet law, okay? All right, so you need to do 3 reasons. I'm not going to do the other 2 for you because what I'm finding is a lot of kids get stuck and they're just copy and pasting my information. I don't want this to be copy and pasting. I want you to really put some thought into this. So I think I've given you enough example with this example to get you started, okay? So then you're going to have your reason 1. There should be a law that says everyone must wear a bike helmet because helmets save lives. Research shows that wearing a helmet can prevent 85% of the deaths caused by bike accidents. All right, you're going to get 2 more reasons, and then you're going to have a closing sentence. It says, this restates the reason in a different way. Okay, so our reason is there should be a law that says everyone must wear bike helmet. So my closing sentence could be, saving lives should be important to everyone. And wearing a bike helmet has been proven by the experts, because people don't care what I think. A bike helmet has been proven by the experts to save lives. All right, so that's my concluding sentence for this paragraph, okay? So when we go to pull this all together, you are going to, just like we copy and pasted from the top part for our thesis yesterday, we copied our hook, we put it with the background, and then we copied our thesis. And then together that we made up our entire paragraph. That's what you're going to be doing with your paragraph, body paragraph 1. You have your reason, you're going to have your 3 facts, and then you're going to have your concluding sentence. And when it's time to pull it all together, you have everything you need right there, okay, to write that paragraph. All right, so this graphic organizer, completing the graphic organizer here is really important. So go ahead and get your 3, facts to support your first reason. Okay, guys, as always, if you have any questions, please reach out through email, and I will answer your questions as directly as I possibly can. Okay, so also you can use the comment section in Google Classroom to pose questions to your classmates and get some support from your classmates as well. All right, guys, good luck with writing your first full body paragraph today, and reach out to me if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.